Hey everyone, it's Cardi-C, the baseball card collector, back with another video. Excited to share some cool stories with you guys. I went to the Greater Boston Sports Collector Club card show yesterday in Wilmington, Mass. A few hundred dealers there selling cards and memorabilia. A bunch of big names signing autographs too. Joe Montana, Tony La Russa, Ray Bork, Cam Neely, a bunch of guys from the Red Sox championship team, Nathan Eovaldi, Joe Kelly, JBJ, Xander Bogaerts, Devers, and got to see a lot of cool things. Got some cool pickups too, which I'll be sharing in a different video, just to make sure that this one stays around the 5-minute mark. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is a vendor called Vintage Breaks. So they were there at the Greater Boston at the card show, and they had a couple cool cards with some stories behind them. So I'll pause there, let you guys take a look at them, and then come back with the story. There were a couple cards there, front and center. We'll talk about the quick one first. There was a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. They had graded in a PSA 1. It looked perfect. The one blemish they had in it was that whoever had originally owned the card stuck it on the wall with a pin. So there was a pinhole in the top of the card. It probably would have been a 7 or 8 and a whole lot more expensive if that pinhole wasn't there. But the other card I wanted to point out was a 55 Bowman of Mickey Mantle that was in a PSA 9 right next to it. And there's a cool story about it. You might have seen it picked up by Darren Ravel from ESPN back in August at the National when it happened. So a little bit of background around the card itself. It was pulled directly out of a pack at the National. Vintage Breaks, vintagebreaks.com, got their hands on a pack of 1955 Bowman, and they had raffled off spots at $500 a piece for the break. And Vintage Breaks just so happened to be at the card show yesterday, and they were showing their lottery win essentially off. What had happened was there was 20 spots in the break, 20 cards in the pack, and the second to last card ended up being this 55 Mantle. They broke it live at the National, and they had a PSA representative right there. It went straight from the pack to the PSA grading spot. 3 hours later, they came back and they had given it a 9. The pop report for that particular card in a PSA 9 was 7. So the guy that had actually won the card from the break was fielding offers in the 40 to 50K range at the National, but he had his sights set higher. So yesterday, he was there live at the card show trying to drum up offers in the 65 to 75K range, essentially doing a road show of this card. So it was really cool to get to talk to him as the person that won the card from the break, and then it was awesome to be in the presence of a card that's almost $100,000. But I took some video of the actual card show, so if you guys are interested, stay tuned, check it out. Otherwise, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, comment, and keep on collecting. Thanks.
Great day. thought mine was cold.
We don't, but we do have some princess, not frozen. Look at that table over here.
Mark, over here. Alright, coming. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really nice. Roger Clemens picture.
I took this though.
Kill me if I.
What's cool about this one is maybe there's another. I have yet to see it online.
Someone brought me a 46. What is that? All-Star game?
No, it's just this World Series.
Oh, some guy brought a 46 All-Star game ticket. It really is.
First look, man. I think there's 3 or 5 cards in that pack. That's great.
I just love the old logo too. The old logo is the best.
Oh, yeah. Classic vintage, right?
Exactly.